Hi, this is Deb from Deb's Corner Canada. How's everybody doing? Glad you joined me today. I wanted to go over today some ways that you can weaponize your neurodiversity and use those superpowers to unmask a narcissist or a dark triad. So number one, pattern recognition. Pattern recognition in the neurodiverse is actually a very large majority of neurodiverse people will have an above or excellent pattern recognition. They'll be able to find patterns other people cannot find. So this basically means that we will tend to notice a pattern that a neurotypical person will never notice, which kind of gives us a little bit of a head there, right? Number two, justice seeking. So here's where we are going to hyper focus and get down to what the actual truth of the matter is. And it's like a driving force for a lot of neurodiverse folks, right? Basically, it's a driving force really to defend all those underdogs, right? That's kind of what a lot of us do. We defend the underdog, right? And so this will stem from a general confusion with us about why somebody would lie when proof says otherwise. It will literally, like once a dark triad will begin lying to a neurodiverse person, that neurodiverse person's sense of justice is going to kick in, and it's going to kick in overdrive. It's just going to push you forward, whether you like it or not. Number three, research, hyper research skills. As we all know, neurotypical folks, we all tend to do research on if it's interesting to us, but we will research a topic to death. We'll talk to everybody about the topic. We want to inform everybody about the topic. Hey, I'm here. There's an example, right? So if we're befuddled or we just can't grasp something that will be, that's really negatively affecting us or affecting us at all, this is naturally going to push us or neurodiverse people. It will naturally push us into a very deep dive, a very deep dive into whatever that topic may be, right? And we're going to be looking for the problem, and then we're going to be looking for a solution, right? And really at the end of the day, knowledge is power. Use it. Number four, hard set moral and spiritual compass. So it's almost impossible to budge a neurodiverse person's spirituality or their moral compass once it's set. It's pretty much set. And so you're going to look for those who don't seem to match your moral compass or your spiritual compass. And I think, spirituality is of course different for everybody else, and that's great. But you're going to look for those differences in day to day and compared to what you are really, what you are really like, what your moral code really is, what your spiritual code really is. You're going to start noticing that the words of the dark triad person are not going to match those actions. So, if you're spiritual, you're going to stay spiritual. If you are a moral person, you're going to stay moral. And so you want to see that those words that people are saying to you are going to match those actions that are happening. Like people that are promising things that just never come to fruition, those kind of people, right? So for instance, they would say, I would never cheat, and you found out that in every relationship they've cheated every 3 months, right? So you find out it's totally not something that you're interested in whatsoever. You don't want nothing to do with it, right? So number five, we are super interested in other, and by other I mean anything other or outside of us, right? So we will tend to be interested in other people's struggles, their life stories, their cultures. To us, it's wonderful. And dark triads, unfortunately, on the other hand, they tend to be very highly and pervasively intolerant of other cultures, ideas, opinions, sexuality. It's incredible if you listen sometimes. And so look closer at those people there that just don't match your moral or your spiritual compass. And and if they don't have tolerance for anything other than them, and they can't accept other input or other opinions, then you might want to keep a better eye on that too, right? So I'm hoping this helped you out today, and I hope I can see you again next week. Bye for now.